My name Patrick, Donovan, Winston, Brenton, Sinclair Clark. But people call me Bumbah Clarke.
He was the bad boy of reggae, the world's first reggae trap artist. A superstar with the musical talent to match his reputation.
Think there was something real about him, and I said, this kid has got it.
Bumbah Clarke was everything that reggae music was supposed to be. Aggressive, sexual, and controversial. Juxtaposed with graphic descriptions of his sexual conquests. He even boasted of a life filled with extravagance, as seen through his bloodshot eyes. However, behind the bigger-than-life rock star image, Bumbah Clarke was hiding a dark secret. A secret that would both rock the music world and bring Bumbah's ascension to a screeching halt. Bumbah Clarke, the pioneer of reggae trap. Coming up next on Behind the Jams. Bumbah Clarke was born Patrick Donovan Winston Brenton Sinclair Clarke in Kingston, Jamaica. An orphan at only 8 years old, he was forced to survive on the streets of Jamaica all alone. As he grew older, Bumbah took on many jobs in order to feed and clothe himself. He had a strong work ethic, and no job was too demeaning. The job that he loved more than any other was being a street performer. As time went on, Bumbah became somewhat of a popular attraction with the tourists. Also around this time, Bumbah befriended another local street performer, an up-and-coming reggae artist named Jamaican Jack.
Me and Bumbah had a plan. We'll distract the Yankee. He sing and I snatch the chain. Or I sing and him snatch the chain. We sound so good, people just gave us money. So we stopped snatching chains. We made music about snatching chains.
One fateful afternoon, Bumbah and Jack were planning to rob an American tourist. But as luck would have it, the American that they were attempting to rob was Frankie Bougiardini, an elusive businessman and record promoter from Las Vegas.
You know, there's a lot of black folks in Jamaica? Crazy. Anywho, I first met Bumbah walking the streets of Port Royal. He was wearing a 1997 Utah Jazz NBA championship t-shirt. I could tell he was hungry, so I tried to avoid him. But the closer I got, I had this sinking feeling like he was gonna stab me.
Frankie befriended the would-be muggers and invited them to a private party at a resort where he was staying.
So after the orgy, he was saying some shit about being a singer, and of course, I was fucked up. I'm like, sing me a song, stupid. Of course, he goes with No Woman, No Cry, because he's a fucking hack and he knows it.
Yo, Frankie, that nasty boy, them do all type of nasty RG on them thing there. You know, into drugs on them thing there. First of all, me don't know why he was in Port Royal. Cause Port Royal is known for all them type of S&M nasty white man shit.
After Bumbah performed the song for the guest, Frankie liked what he heard so much he signed Bumbah to an exclusive deal right on the spot.
There was something about the kid when he started singing and he had the drug connections that would keep him inspired and to keep me interested.
Soon afterwards, Bumbah was in the studio producing his first single.
In order to make it in this business, you got to be more extreme than the generation before you. So Bob Marley, he wrote I Shot the Sheriff. And I wrote a song for Bumbah called I Raped the Deputy's Wife. Yeah, it caused controversy. Big deal.
Although the song was controversial, it was a modest underground success. Bumbah's cult status was beginning to grow, and so was his ego.
So Frankie told us that he brought you to the United States and that he was responsible for writing some of your music.
There's a crock of shit. See, the white man always want to take credit for a black man historic accolade. We can't take that. Me write me own music. Listen to the lyrics. It don't sound like it come from a white man. Tell what happened on the Bumbah coming up. Yo.
He claims that he wrote I Raped the Deputy's Wife.
Yo, yeah, him write that. Cause white people love rape and plunge and pillage and colonize people. Fuck him.
I mean, when we got back to the States, things were starting to take off. I mean, if it wasn't for me, Bumbah wouldn't even have seen the inside of a recording studio, let alone be a recording artist.
Bumbah found himself frustrated with Frankie at the minuscule amount of money that he was making from his record deal. It was even rumored that Bumbah was sometimes being paid with top ramen and starter caps. The constant travel and little to no money was taking its toll on Bumbah, and he almost decided to quit the music business altogether. But strengthened by his Jamaican upbringing, Bumbah persevered and went back to the studio to produce his second single. The single began to receive airplay from the local radio stations, and Bumbah's popularity was beginning to grow, but not his bank account. He was more broke than ever. Bumbah began performing even more in any venue that would take him. It was during a performance that Bumbah was approached by Mervyn Rosenblack, a music mogul in his own right. At the time, Bumbah did not realize how much this encounter would change the trajectory of his life and career.
Don't have me out here looking like Medea, do you? I'm not trying to look like that broad.
Rosenblack struck up a conversation with Bumbah, and upon hearing of Bumbah's situation, pulled a few strings and got Bumbah off Frankie's label. Some say by nefarious means.
So I went up to her and said, "Hey, kid, you got some good stuff right there, baby. I can make you a star."
Yo, you see the man Mervyn? Mr. Rosenblack? He's a real dandada right there. The man that take care of everything for me.
Well, I care about my artist, first of all. Think the last guy that he was with that was paying him in top ramen. Some fucking top ramen and a starter cap. And you know what? They weren't even real starter caps. When you really looked at it, it said short on them. Okay? And it wasn't even high-grade top ramen. It was like some low-grade shit with some fucked up flavors like sardine and like possum or some shit. So he wasn't even getting paid right. So I'd take care of that guy.
If it wasn't for that shit-eater Mervyn, he's over here telling Bumbah artists shouldn't be getting paid at starter camps and ramen. They should be getting paid with real money. Like artists are real people. Did this dumb fuck even know that artists were just built to be fucked?
Once free from Frankie's clutches, Bumbah was once again in the studio, and this time it was under his terms and on Rosenblack's label. Bumbah Clarke then added a new moniker to his name, Two Spliffs.
Well, they call me Two Split because the police pulled me over in was in Hanover, Jamaica, and the police pulled me over, and every time them talk to me, I work a spliff, light it up, and the police take it, do it again. Just repeat it, and so them call me Two Split. Cause I look at you, them like, yo, pull up another split. I say, what you mean? But I have that. Yeah.
It was during these studio sessions that Bumbah would create his classic album, Bad Man. Bad Man was a culmination of Bumbah's life experiences, an amalgamation of reggae music and soulful trap lyrics that would come to define him both as an artist and as a man.
Son politicians, me not trust none of them. If me in front of them, lights out. Abuse fit him power, spread false promises. Me may just listen and blaze up me chalices. Me not stand still, I forward me and
Released on
move.
Rosenblack's new label, Authentic Records, the album immediately made a buzz, and it wasn't long before it was #1 on the charts. The success was almost instantaneous. Soon, Bumbah Clarke was everywhere. TV, magazine covers, commercial endorsements for feminine hygiene products. And right beside Bumbah the whole time was Mervyn Rosenblack.
I'm my manager, Mr. Merv Rosenblack. A lot of people give God thanks first, but me, personally, me give Merv thanks, then God.
You're being too much.
The truth, man, wasn't for you, me probably still on the street and them thing there, you see.
Probably true.
And right here on my left hand side, but my right hand man, it's a 3-finger jack. 3 of them.
What's with the 3 figures there, Jack?
They slammed it in the door.
Oh. I think say the finger gone is just. Are you the whole time your finger is there?
Yeah.
Bumbah now had a huge fan base, many of whom were fanatical and worshiped Bumbah like a god.
Is he here? Is he like? It's not. Is he waiting somewhere outside or something? I remember I was on a train and I saw his poster. It was like so many colors on the poster, and he was hanging out, I think, like with like 8 lions and holding a puppy. It was amazing. I was like, I have to go.
So I went to his concert, and I was there like 3 days early. I didn't have any weed on me or anything like that. So he stopped and he looked at me and he gave me his joint. Matter of fact, I still have it. Look, check it out. It's like 10 years ago. I plan to smoke it with him one day.
And with the fame came the negative press and the accusations. In fact, Bumbah became known for his many controversies as well as his wild lifestyle and his devil-may-care attitude. This attitude was called into question with the release of the second single from the Badman album titled Binary Confusion.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused. You have to smoke this spliff and go outside. Because the circulation from the sun burning inside of you. Because you have to smoke this spliff every time.
The song was considered by some to be transphobic, although Bumbah didn't see it that way.
I mean, you have to understand the LGBTQ and the rest of the letter them a push how them feel upon the whole world now. It take time for people if it's soaking, maybe a good 50 years from now, it'll be blending and no problem. But right now, some people, they not take it easy, you know. It's like you go to like a mattress store to buy a mattress. You have to test it. It take time for you to get adjusted to it. The same thing with them type of people, them.
Controversies withstanding, Bumbah was having the time of his life. He was touring and filling arenas, making money hand over fist, and overindulging in drugs and women.
Yeah. Bumbah Clarke. Not the boot. What you mean? AKA Two Spliff. Yo, that's it. The pussy right, the pussy fresh. All of the girls, them know me rock me fishnet. The pussy ripe, the pussy fresh. Yo, what me say? Yo, me say the police boy, them a roll down me street. Me come out and me see it. Me go back inside and get me chopper. And then we pull it out and blacka. The police dead. What you mean?
The last concert I went to, it was crazy because I took this girl that I've been dating for a while and I was going to propose to her. And then we go backstage and Bumbah Clarke actually took her back to her room and he fucked her.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little upset. We actually broke the wedding off because she didn't even get his autograph.
Would you consider yourself a womanizer?
What do you mean, womanize? I mean, put my hand on a woman. Yo, I never do that. I love woman. Woman is the creation of life. Without woman, I can't be right here. So that's false. Anytime anybody says something about that, it's a false accusation right there. I love woman. You know, you always see me with different women because, listen, me have to just spread my seed. I call that the Nick Cannon. You hear me?
Bumbah lived only for today and tomorrow. Anything that happened the day before yesterday or 2 days after today, Bumbah didn't give two shits about. Bumbah was briefly married twice, but each marriage was annulled due to the fact that Bumbah was so stoned that he didn't remember marrying either women. It was during one visit to get an ice cream that Bumbah would meet the woman that would later become his third wife, Nadine Sinclair. Bumbah asked Nadine to sing backup on a few tracks.
You know, they call me in the studio to sing backup for Bumbah. I get there. There's plenty of women there, but he's singing and he's singing the pussy right, the pussy fresh. All of the girls who only rock the fishnets, I know he talking about me.
Soon after, the two were inseparable, and within a few weeks, they were married in a small private ceremony.
Yeah, let me take this one. The second marriage really wasn't a marriage because it was too quick. So this one, he's really in love with Nadine. She loved him. Everything is going to be great. Don't pay attention to the rumors.
It was reported that Bumbah's camp had said he was too high at the first marriage. Is Is that at least true?
I mean, come on. He's too high at the marriage. He's too high at McDonald's. He's too high at the post office. He gets too high. That's what he does.
Matter of fact, I'm too high now. Did I answer your questions?
But the constant media attention, coupled with the temptations brought on by the seemingly always present groupies, began to take its toll on Bumbah Clarke's third marriage. Bumbah claimed that there was no merit to the accusations of infidelity. He was a family man, getting out of the fast lifestyle and concentrating on his new album.
Yeah, man. You know what it is. It's your man, Three Finger Jack. Why 3 fingers? It's just enough to grab you by your throat. No batty boy in the place. Come on, tight about the Bumbah Clarke place.
You have to put on your shirt when you're around me in the booth. That's nasty, man.
It was then that Bumbah encountered a scandal that he could not recover from.
Good evening. I'm Whisper de la Cruz. Bumbah Clarke is making headlines once again, but he may not be able to charm his way out of this one. Sources close to Bumbah have come forward with accusations that Bumbah Clarke is indeed a fraud. The sources claim that reggae star is a culture vulture and is not even Jamaican, but instead a middle-class kid born and raised in Connecticut.
I lie, them a false rumor, them a pretend and push out there. Okay? If I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I wear this belt? Eh?
So, what would you say if we told you that Bumbah Clarke was not Jamaican?
What do you mean? Like he's like from Barbados or something? Like
No, like he's not a Jamaican superstar. He's a complete fraud. What would you say to that?
why would you? What do you mean? No, that doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Like it's like saying like Jesus is not real or something. Like, why would you? Sorry, can we stop? I got that.
First off, let me just say this. No one needs to check into anyone's background to find out if they are or if there isn't. It's the music, baby. People love the music. They have the music, and we're going to stand on that.
The man is pure Jamaican.
100%.
103%.
Yeah.
The media crucified him. His fans and peers both mocked him. Bumbah's career was in freefall, and he was quickly becoming a laughingstock.
Let me tell you something, baby, let me tell you something. One thing that you're gonna find out the longer that you live here in this earth. Everything's not what it seems. Everything isn't what you think it is. Truth be told, I'm not really Jewish. I'm really some guy named Jamal from the hood. But people don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. What sells is that people think that I'm a successful manager with the last name that I have, just like they think that he's a successful reggae artist, which he is. He is. He's just not really, Jamaican. He's from Connecticut. So what? The fuck you gotta do, Swords?
The woman said that Bumbah Clarke's not Jamaican. And then him was doing and pulling up Milli Vanilli ass nigga shit. That day, me cried so much my eyeballs bulged. Tears in my eyes.
It was the end of the road for Bumbah Two Spliffs Clarke. His latest album, The Heistman Returns, only sold 17 copies. Bumbah took the scandal hard. He began to drink heavily, spending his days hanging out in hole-in-the-wall, honky-tonk bars.
What about that country character that you were talking about? All those country songs that you wrote. Country Clarke. I'm telling you, that's it, baby. That's it. Country Clarke. All those country songs that you were writing, it's time for us to release those. I'm telling you, that's the way to go. From here on out, the future is Country Clarke. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Toast to that shit. Pick it up. There you go. There you go. Country Clarke. No, shit. It's strong. You been drinking this all time? I had to get you to rehab. I need to dry out for a while. You know how country singers are. I'm just saying, they love the sauce. They love the juice. It'll be alright. Country Clarke.
Bumbah had an epiphany. an idea that, if he was lucky, would give him one final shot at stardom, and once again, he would need to reinvent himself. Bumbah now goes by the name Country Clarke. He wants to bring country drill music to the masses. But after how he deceived his fans before, are they willing to give Country Clarke a chance? He seems to think so. Others, not so much.
Me think that's a very bad idea for Bumbah for 3 reasons. 1, him already chopped that line, who's gonna buy his album? 2, ganja's not legalized in Texas. And 3, this is for you, Bumbah. The country girls, pussy no right, pussy no fresh.
Many think he will fail, but not Country Clarke. Country Clarke has faith that he can capture lightning in a bottle again. Only time will tell.